North of downtown Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Detroit Lions. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On 2nd and 9, Jones, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing Jones. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it. It helped pop that ball free.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Sherman. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Second and 15. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Now Jones. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, Strong. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jones. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Jones. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Parker. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Seibert on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Makes the score Lions 14. Buccaneers nothing. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score of Lions 14, Buccaneers nothing.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And able to find Kirk complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking him. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. He'll try again. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it is 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now they try the right side here. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Get off the field. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now they try the right side here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. On play action, they'll throw. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now a play fake here on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 19. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hawkinson as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
2nd and 11. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big play there on the catch and run.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now they try the right side here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Watch the run. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Mike 5-5. Mike 2-5.
Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 121 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Right there in the middle, 55.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jones, off play action. And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup.
2nd down at 4.
At the 21-yard line.
Now a handoff as they run left side. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 148 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Jones now to throw on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking downfield for Godwin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now here's a carry heading left. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer. And
he got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
And to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Oh, a good move at the 5. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, A nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
19 Tiger.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Jones from the gun on third down. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff as they run left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on.